morning, Brookie. Is it really already? What the shit? Well, I did say, Brookie, that I was going to alternate things. So, I did a little 7 days. I'll do a little farming. I'll do a little Satisfactory or something, and a little farming. Careful, kitty. Hey, Drake. Good morning, Drake. Meow. I know there's no mama today. Are you gonna be okay with this? Probably not. DLC from season. Nope. Not getting it. No plans on it. Alright, you. We have a bunch of contracts we picked up the other day. We're going to send you to Field 2. No, I said 2. Hey, Rob D. Titan. How you doing this morning? Come on. Go. You can go to 26. Actually, I'm going to start you at 18. That's a nice long ways off. Now, I also had a truck heading to the coal drop-off. You can go. Did I have any other trucks that I'd had on the move at the time? Um. Dee -dee 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 -dee. Good, just taking a bit of a break from this map before you head to bed. Ah. There's that one. We've got the purple truck on the roll for the other thing, so... That's right, I'd been in the process of taking care of a bunch of stuff when I lost the ability to randomly interact with anything. July. July is the best time to sell those every year, so that's I save them up for July. Gotta love when I make adjustments to my audio settings and then it changes drastically. Yep, love it. $20 trying to feed the pigs at Truffle. No, you can't feed the pigs at Truffletopia, Rob. They're basically just meant to go there to die. Well, basically what happens is their health will drop to 0, but they just kind of stay there until they age out. You are gonna head to... Where am I gonna need you next? Let's send you to... As a matter of fact... Mine storage. Yeah, I mean, eventually they go in and they'll only find truffles, if I remember correctly, too, if they're of a certain age. Now, Cat Farmer, never thought that'd happen in Farm Sim. Yup. Strange world we live in. Time to redo that road, because I am sick of that shit happening. Okay, so in order to go in, they'll go around through the container spot. Okay. They would go through the container spot, around the gate there. Alright, we're actually gonna go like this. And you're gonna go to the... No, 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 no. Just downloaded. Yep. The one off the mod hub is the one I'm using. Morning, Martin. Is that one. 18, he's got a little ways to go. I'm gonna have to use a modded... shit. Well. Spent the evening using the new DLC. It's okay, but not very excited. Yeah, I wasn't excited about it at all. Not excited about it at all. Send you to... Nope, not Clay. Not there. Center Farm. Should have been called the Oops, we forgot to put this out with Erling Grat and FS19 pack. Yeah, well, and that was one of the things I've heard people comment on is like that should have been part of that 19. You know, maybe then more people would have bought the 19 Platinum. I gotta check. How much brick do we have? There was a lot of... Ooh, 22K! 3 more pallets. 3 little more pallets and I can go build my donut factory. Yay! On your left, buddy. That'll make a good sized field, yeah. After we're done contracts, we'll get over here with the little planter I've got. We'll start peppering in some of the maple trees and stuff along there. Ow. No more burnt forest for me, Mr. Rob D. Titan. Those 5,000 trees can kiss my ass. Damn it. I'm gonna fix this fucking car. I'm sick of... I redid this whole road, and now the auto drive route, now that I redid it, they just end up in the trees constantly, so I'm, adjusting. We're gonna start over there where it bottlenecks, and we're gonna redo it all so it can flow a little faster through here. But I think I heard 18 hit its point. That or one of my other trucks got to where it's going, so gonna be a lot of jumping around. Unfortunately, this goddamn autosave every 5 minutes. It's set for 15, but it feels like it's much more frequently. Yeah, reached 18. Yep, finally. I figured that's what it was. 'Tis usually the case. Feed the piggies. How's it going, Mac? Feed the piggies. We need to feed the moo-moos. Piggies are looking good now. We need to feed the chickens. We need to feed the buck-bucks. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go double check. I think I broke that center silo, so we're going to have to fix that. Farm silos, main silo, go. I think I broke that one. There will be a little modding mixed in today, because I think I'm going to have to go fix that silo. I'd be willing to bet you when I deleted that other piece, it broke that. Burn Forest will be a parking area in the center of the map. Ah. Mine's got some parking lots. You wouldn't get equipment in and out of most of them, but it's got some parking lots. Turning yours into a huge memorial park. Nice. There's that one on its way. You guys really don't like that corner either. I mean, the corner's way back there, but they just, like, miss it and smack that fucking building every goddamn time. Like, I'm gonna delete this section of road for crying out loud. Alright, that stuff's all underway to 60%. I might start having to myself. Problem is, they still don't slow down enough. Alright, I need to check this, because I'm pretty sure I broke this when I did it. Yeah, nothing will be harvestable till next month. That's fine. No, you're not wrong. It does struggle with it. It definitely struggles with it. Alright, I need to test something. Yeah, auto drive for sure. I don't do the course play thing. But definitely auto drive for sure. Yeah, so we're not getting that function. I've got the box where it should be. Okay, it will still work. It's just annoying. Thought I broke something. Center farm, I don't need much over there. I just need some for the chickens, basically. Time to feed some moo-moos. Yeah, David mentioned it, but I don't think it's really in any documentation that you don't feed them after you put them in there. I think it's primarily because it's a production and not an animal pen. Well, it might be an animal pen. Yeah, no, it is an animal pen. It just makes truffles. Morning there, Sim Farmer. They do have a food pro... Huh. I don't know why Dave wouldn't have just included a trigger then, but... You better wait for 100% before you take off. I need to send a truck over here, too, to pick that up. Get it out of the way. Thank you, Sim Farmer, for the stretch. We'll start pulling into this mine here before long, and I'll be able to turn around a little better. One more. There we go. That'll take care of this guy, get him sent on his way. Off you go, little buddy. Alright, we want to go... upper bench. I'm sorry, I gotta be right back. I gotta go use the bathroom. Alright, sorry about that, folks. You're gonna head off to the upper bench. I have an idea. I don't know how well it's gonna work. Oh, excuse me. But I think I want to do a small, like, silo right there in the grass with a conveyor belt that just dumps the stone in when I need to. So I can just start the thing up and top off these stones instead of dealing with uh, the fact that it only has 150k. My trucks are all bigger than that, and then when the silo starts to go low, I'll just take care of that. Come on, handsome. Hi. How are you? So when I look at silos, well, let's take a look here for storage. I could do one of these, believe it or not. That would work really well. Heck, if I did it right here, it probably wouldn't even bother nothing. But if I set it over here with a uh, auger underneath it, that's perfectly fine. If I do that, then I can at least load stone in here, not have to worry too much about it. Oh, where's the car? So I think what I'm going to do actually is you're essentially the closest to do this. And I don't mind spending the time to just have you do it. Let's send you to the canyon crossing equipment. I wonder if I can spit the honey back out and top it off. We'll find out. Alright. You get the chicken food. Let's go feed the chickens quick. We got $2 million in the bank right now. I've got I've got a couple loans I need to pay off. That's going to be a big thing. Is getting a couple of those paid off. We do need to pick up. See, Aurora isn't placed yet. Did I not get close enough? Let me swing around. I'll come from the other direction instead and see if I can't swing in better. Alright. Chickens need to hurry the fuck up and grow up. Damn it. That was the tractor getting to the central farm. Morning, Mies man. Alright. And I decided I was going to put a spot in here somewhere for a small silo. 3:30 a.m. You gonna head to bed? Alright there, Rob Titan. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Get some rest, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Alright. You're here. We need to pick up a auger. We should be able to get away with just this auger, because I don't think we'll need one like this. How's it going there, Jay Zambodi? I'm just gonna buy this one. It should work. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We're just playing around with a couple of thoughts here. Good morning, Binks. It's going pretty good. We're just getting some contract work done, solving a few other issues we have. You know, all the things. We're going to send you to container drop-off. That'll be close enough to where we need to go. We're going to take care of sand into the Gold Masters quick. Then he's going to head up to the upper bench, and we're going to take some loads of stone out of that upper bench area. We're going to go fill that damn silo up. That's what we're going to do. This guy also needs to be replaced with a pickup truck, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, this one I don't think has a collision on the tailgate. One way to check for sure, quick. Run out of steam today. There's an update for FS. Yeah, so the update for Steam was literally a one-line entry saying fixed multiple mod issues. That's it. They don't specify what the mod issues are. None of that bullshit, just fixed multiple mod issues. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, could you be any less fucking specific? No. No collision on the bed. Dingus! Why you no put collision on your bed? Why you no put collision on the bed? $15. Find your little way if you can. Collect on that one. 2, we're almost done on. Yeah. Hey, boss, new guy. I think you pay him too much. He no good operator. I love watching those little clips. I love watching those little clips. How's it going there, Memolar? And what is your problem today, there, sir? Other than apparently you want to do a excuse me? What the fuck? Nah, this thing don't like to go across that fucking bridge. I thought Dave removed the creepy cardboard people. Yeah, just being really weird. The question is, do I take the truck I already have and fix the collisions on it so it works? Or do I use a different truck? Do I really want to go through all that? Or do I just buy a fucking lizard and call it a day? I'll just buy a lizard and call it a day. I'm just gonna buy a lizard and call it a day. It's only for one purpose and one purpose only. And for its purpose, I'm not gonna go spend all that issue on a truck that never gets used for anything of that manner. Alright, that should work. I hope. This one's done. You're gonna head for field 4 as soon as I stop you from driving like an idiot. Perhaps I should point him in the right direction first. Why am I even bothering? It's literally right across the frickin' wheel boundary. Just drive it. Sorry, I'm bombing back through your field area. Don't mind me. Alright. That'll take care of that one. Vehicles. I have one. I thought I sent one to the main silo. You're an idiot. I want to make a factory to accept baled wood chips. You have to add an entire bale node in the i3D. Because bales have to be separate from, your bale trigger has to be separate from your loose trigger binks. So you actually have to go into the i3D and create a separate trigger in the i3D. Then when you add that line to the XML, you link that to the node from the i3D, and it'll work. I'll give you an example. I did this barn so it would accept bales of straw instead of just loose straw. And in order to do that, I had to create an entire trigger separate just for the bales. So there's now two unload triggers in here, one for bales, one for loose. And then I had to link it all up separately and add things like that to the XML. So you're not wrong, that's what you are adding to the XML. X-Man's cow barn big. No, not the vector. So I didn't add it to the vector, you dummy. I only added it to this one. So, where was it that I added it? I think it was up here. I don't remember. Nope, down here. See, you end up changing the unload trigger. So you add this bale trigger node, but then you have to create a trigger for this bale. So your unload, this all becomes... This is probably already there, the unloading station, supporting the loose, but you need to change it so that the trigger section looks like this, has the bale trigger node. The bale trigger node gets linked to a node in the i3D, which is the node you created that triggers off of bales. No, It will only work if if there's already a trigger for bales in the i3D. Because the i3D has bit settings for the bales. No, not that. When you look at the i3D, if you're unfamiliar, I'll show you quick. I don't necessarily expect you to completely understand it all, but when you look at fill route nodes, where are my fill route nodes? All right. Whoa, Jesus, I got my speed turned up. So you have this here, for example. Let me make it visible. Is your trigger for what would take loose straw. It's a rigid body. This one's, it's normally left invisible. It doesn't need to be there as a visible thing. But it has a collision on it with a collision bit setting. That bit setting says I can take loose product. It is not the same bit setting. See, this is a separate one I made. You need a collision trigger with a different bit for... oh, excuse me, I can't stop. I got a frog in the throat. So you need a different bit setting for the bales. But the bale bits won't work if it also has the loose bits. So they need to be two separate triggers. So if you wanted to do baled wood chips, you would have to... And the easy way to do it is go into where it accepts your loose product. Take this node, Control C, click up here, Control V. It's now duplicated that node. Right down to, it's a rigid body, the whole 9 yards, it's duplicated. Name it something different, like I named mine bale. You'll need to click trigger, and you'll want to change bit 30 to bit 24. So you'd come up here, and you could go just draw one, whatever, just so it's easy for you in the future to differentiate the two. And then what you need to do is copy this index number right here. And it works best to just Control C. Then you would come over to your XML. Yep. You come down to where all of that information is. And then you could either just put it in this trigger node, or you can make an i3D mapping down here, which again, it's whatever you call it down here, just call it the same up there, and link the node in. But your unloading station would then need to look like this. Whatever trigger you're using for the fill type. So, how did you have it listed as? Unloading station supports extension. Unload trigger. Fill type categories is not what you would want to use. You'd want to use fill types, not fill type categories. Because categories would mean you'd have to find where that is. That would go back to the map categories. And your wood chip bales may not necessarily exist in the right category. It's easier to just, okay, my fill type would be wood chips underscore bale, or whatever the fill type is, Yeah. Essentially what you need to do is add this, but it needs to go to whatever fill type, or, you know, if you've got an unload trigger already for wood chips, and you want it to also accept bales, then add this bale trigger, and then in the fill types, just hit space, and type in whatever your other fill type is. That's all you need to do. You don't need to create a whole, because if you have more than one unloading station in the XML, that's going to cause a lot of issues. So you would just do something like that, add your bale type here, put your bale trigger here. Your unload trigger will probably look like this line initially, where it has the / less than sign, or greater than sign, whatever. I'll call it the end Pac-Man. So you would need to remove that /, then you add your bale trigger section in. You add that line in. Then you add this unload trigger to close the argument. So it looks like this. You'd have your open argument with your fill types. Again, you're just adding whatever the fill type name is for your wood chip bales. The bale trigger, replace this with whatever your node is. Put your closing argument in, and you should be okay. The only other thing that might cause an issue... No, because the wood chip bales should still be fill type of wood chips. So you shouldn't have to add any additional capacities. So, thank you for the bit, Binks. I do appreciate it. And you're welcome. You are welcome. Some of that stuff can get pretty confusing. Without knowing exactly what you're doing. And adding bales to something isn't as straightforward as just, give it a line in the XML. Well, that line needs to correspond with something. Thank you for those 2 other bits, Binks. I do appreciate it. So, you've got to have it all match, if that makes sense. Hey, can you shut the air conditioners off too, please, buddy? Good morning, finally. So yeah, if you ever have questions like that, feel free to ask. I'll help out whenever I can. I don't always know the answer. But, like I famously say when it comes to modding, if you want to do something, I want to add bales to something, find a mod that takes bales. Any mod that takes bales. How did they do it? And then when you know how they did it in that mod... Then you can sit there and go, all right, if they did it this way in that mod, I need to do it that way in my mod. Motherfucker! I just do it. What's this button does? Yeah. Well, you can get amazingly far in modding. I'm a prime example. Again, going with how did they do it? I want to do that. I mean, I made that buildable donuts factory. That's the first time I've ever made a buildable factory. For any of the farm sims. It's the first time I've made a factory for 22. other than just copying and pasting a few things, and I managed to, you know, yeah, I mean, exactly. We all borrow code, but at the same time, how does how does this mod work? How does that mod work? And figure it out. Copy fabrics on German? What do you mean I copy fabrics on German? Yep, works amazingly well. Have his tools for the fabrics? I have no idea what you're talking about, Raris. Are you not gonna... You suck. I'll get back to you later. Alright, we're gonna send you to field 20. Have to go this way. Anything you've learned about modding was looking at other mods to see what they did, then tweak it. Yep. Can I make this work for my situation without tools and oil? You cannot produce anything and triticale? Does not ring any bell for anything in this map. Because there's no triticale. Also, we don't have tools.